Victim or villain? NDP leader Avi Lewis once attacked Ayaan Hirsi Ali after she survived forced marriage, female genital mutilation, and Islamic death threats. Rather than challenge Ayaan Hirsi Ali's experiences, Avi Lewis repeatedly mocked and dismissed a woman who survived female genital mutilation, escaped a forced marriage, and lived under armed protection after Islamist death threats. NDP leader Avi Lewis has built a reputation as a champion of marginalized voices. He's a male feminist. He defends women and victims of oppression, or so he likes to say. But when faced with one of the world's most prominent critics of radical Islam, that commitment to human rights that Avi Lewis has seemed to just disappear into the ether. In a resurfaced interview on the Map from 2007, Lewis, who was the host, interviewed Somali-born author and activist Ayaan Hirsi Ali, a woman whose life story includes female genital mutilation, an arranged marriage, fleeing Somalia, and years under security protection after the murder of filmmaker Theo Van Gogh following their collaboration criticizing the treatment of women under Islamist doctrine. Lewis himself laid out much of that background in his introduction, so he should have known better. Lewis introduced Hirsi Ali as a controversial author associated with an arch-conservative institution before framing her as someone benefiting from anti-Islam sentiment. Then the interview quickly turned combative. When Hirsi Ali argued that Islamic doctrines regarding women, obedience, and violence required reform, Lewis pushed back by arguing she was portraying Islam as a monolith. But Hirsi pushed back even more forcefully.
Surely there are many versions of Islam, like there are many versions of Christianity, of Judaism, of all major religions. You're presenting it as one thing, and it's just obviously not.
Islam as a faith, as a doctrine, defined by what's in the Quran and the example of the Prophet Muhammad, and unreformed, unchallenged, is a monolith.
When Lewis attempted to compare Islamic legal systems with social debates inside Western democracies, Hirsi Ali drew a distinction between individual violence and state-backed systems.
They shoot abortion doctors in the United States of America. Homophobia is rampant.
When abortion doctors in the United States were shot, the federal government reacted to it by going after the perpetrators, putting them on trial and jailing them. When in Iran, two men went after a woman and a man holding hands and shot them, they were acquitted by the Supreme Court. That is the core difference.
Hirsi Ali also rejected Lewis's attempts to equate Islamist doctrines with fringe Christian extremism.
Never confuse Islamic Sharia and the Muslims who really mean it with those extremist Christians who live in the United States. Extremist Christians in the United States or any other Western society face the rule of law and are dealt with accordingly.
When Lewis challenged Hirsi Ali's rejection of the term Islamophobia, Hirsi Ali again drew a distinction between criticizing ideas and attacking people.
Islam is simply a set of beliefs, and it's not Islamophobic to say Islam is incompatible with liberal democracy. It's not Islamophobic to say, to point to those people who use the Quran and the Hadith to conduct war and to say this is being done in the name of your religion. Do something about it. That's not Islamophobic.
And yet, in this interview, Lewis continued escalating the exchange with sarcasm after Hirsi Ali defended liberal democracy and praised the freedoms she found in the West. Lewis mocked her views.
In America, you can come with no penny, nothing, no money, and you can become very wealthy. Tell me which Muslim country.
Is there a school where they teach you these American cliches? Is it part of your application process that you have to?
No,
I'm sorry. I'm so upset that I'm losing my cards here. I can't believe you just said that.
Moments earlier, he had described her faith in American democracy as delightful. Hirsi Ali's reply may have been the sharpest moment of that entire terrible interview.
You grew up in freedom, and you can spit on freedom because you don't know what it is not to have freedom. I haven't. I know that there are many things wrong with America, and I know that there are many things that are wrong with Americans. But I still believe it's the best nation in the world.
Now, this exchange from 2007, I think, raises an uncomfortable question for Lewis and his NDP supporters. Would he speak this way to other victims describing ideology they believe harmed them? Aren't these the believe all women people? Disagreeing with someone is one thing. Mocking a survivor while minimizing the worldview she says victimized her is another. For someone who presents himself as a defender of oppressed voices, Lewis seemed unusually willing to dismiss one when her politics didn't fit the script. For Rebel News, I'm Sheila Gunn-Reid. To learn more about NDP leader Avi Lewis's views, his past, and where he wants to take this country, please visit avilewis.com.